I want us to go forward into your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica is a very color conscious society, where dark skinned people are treated one way. If you're light skinned, you're treated another way. Obviously, you're of a lighter complexion. Before you were Rastafari, you would have been what Jamaica people would have been held very highly. So coming into Rastafari is almost like you dash away all of that privilege that you would have had in the society. What made you, first of all, were you aware of the color issue in the Jamaican society growing up as a child? And what made you, even though you know what was on the other side in terms of how you would be viewed by society, why did you choose to leave that, what they would call light skin privilege in America, to take this stride, that would identify you with Africa and blackness?
All right. It's so funny though, because when I was going primary school, the teachers were predominantly black skinned. The headmistress Catholic was black skinned. And I had a problem as a clear light skinned person. The teachers didn't like me. They would just want to, find faults about me because of my light skin. So even though it would have been a better opportunity being light skinned, it wasn't for me in primary school. However, moving from that and going to high school now, I bucked up on a lot of light skinned girls. So I felt comfortable, and of course, as you said, from your light skin is like, what would I say in Jamaica, from your light, you're right, and things like that. And I felt comfortable, but then there was something inside of me that said, this color is not the thing for you. Because I know about the 12, a little about the 12 tribe of Israel, not everything. I realized a mixture of people. But in my own consciousness, my own spirit, is Angela Davis that brought me to my consciousness. And I read a little about Marcus Garvey, but not Angela Davis. And inside of me, I said, I don't care about color or anything. I want Afro. I don't want no more process here. I want Afro. I want to be African. And I used to buy my African fabrics and get them made. And I wanted to be African because I wanted to be black. Even though, as you said, the light skin thing would have done something for you. Looking back at my pictures, I said, wow, I even saw myself wearing some styles that I wasn't even conscious about because my father was very strict, We couldn't just do anything we wanted to do. Very strict up until when I left his house. So I didn't get some opportunities that I think other girls probably got. And I think it was good for me. That's why I signed up Rastafari because in that way in which he brought us, it just led me straight into the teachings of Rastafari and I felt comfortable.
What is it about Rastafari that attracted you? And when was the moment that you ascribed divinity to the emperor in your child, as a young person? What were some of the seminal moments for you along that journey that made you say, I'm going to say Rastafari, I'm going to declare this Ethiopian emperor as a divine personality?
All right, before I jump to Haile Selassie, because as I said, it was a Black Power
Yes.
movement thing, I went to the hospital with my brother, a younger brother who had broken his leg. And while waiting there, quite a few different types of people were there. I had a miniskirt, ear process, and all of that. And then there's this sister in there. She was saying, Babylon, it's the Babylon system, a fire burn for them, look how long people are wait and we can't get through. And I'm looking at her like, because of course I'm this middle class girl and I'm wondering, And but somehow her spirit just draw her to come over to me. And she came and sat beside me and she said, daughter, it's a spirit cemetery. I feel a spirit. You don't look like how you see how you look? You're different. More ask, you don't think so we stay here too long. You don't think so it's Babylon system this. Sister mess up the vibes. And I say, yeah. She said, what church you go? What you do? I said, I go to the Catholic church. She said, no, say the Our Father. I said, yes. She said, well, me, I got to tell you about the Our Father. I'm a 12 tribe member. My name is Sister Nanny, and I'm going to tell you about the Our Father, and this is how it is. And she went straight into Our Father. And when she reached the point that she said, thy kingdom come and thy will be done. That part is up hard that hold me. She said, the kingdom there. I've never heard that anywhere. And thy will be done. So I said, what is this kingdom? She said, from Haile Selassie, who is the king of Ethiopia. I don't know nothing. At this time, Fred Locks was in the Rastafari faith in Naya Bingi and was getting a great fight from the family. He never had a chance to even teach us anything because we wouldn't listen. because we're just thinking something was wrong with Rastafari. But the way in which she sorry, came over to me and started explaining, she said, I said to her, so how can I know more? She said, we're having a meeting tonight. And can you come? I said, where is it? She said, Trench Town. I said, where? I said, I don't know because my father is so strict. No. She said, well, I don't know. And then while I sitting there, I said, she peeping and then she said, Tweety. I don't know what that meant. She said, Tweety. And then there came this brethren walk up. It's my boyfriend. It was my boyfriend at the time. He dropped me off to the hospital. And a member of 12 tribes. But he never told me anything about 12 tribes. He figured my father was so strict. I was so much into my church going. He didn't want to mess with anything that maybe he didn't feel comfortable yet at the time to talk about it. I don't know. But it was her that told me about the 12 tribes of Israel. Her that invited me to the meeting. Her that kept following me up, by visiting me or I visit her. He was not the one that was pushing the fire. I guess, as I said, he didn't want to get what you call a blame from my father. So I would think I came up there not through a man. I came up there, but I trust history through my own consciousness. So going to the 12 tribe meetings now, they were talking about repatriation back to Africa. That's me. Angela Davis spoke about that. So I said, this is where I belong because I want to go back to Africa. That's where I belong. And that encourages me to go to the meetings. Brother Gad was the one that, would talk and he would teach us a lot of things. This very short man that had so much power and talk about the Bible, a chapter a day to keep the devil away and all these things and talking about the lineage of His Majesty with David and Christ and everything. I was a church person, so all this was good for me. The Bible, back to Africa, this is where I belong. And then one night, like I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. I was looking at a book with His Majesty. I wanted to know more about him. And I could have felt his eyes like twinkling. And it's like I see move. It's like he said something to me. And I said, I Selassie, Rastafari, you're the Almighty. I mean, I have nowhere else to go. And that was it for me. And that was from 1975.
Wow.
Or about 74, 75.
Wow.
Never look back. Never look back.